Hey, nobody's here just yet. Uh, Going live. Hadn't been live in a while. I've been kind of busy, and I'm sweating profusely, man. I had a good day at the gym. I worked out. I was able to get a damn good workout in, and I want to come on here and talk about something that I notice I hear a lot in our community, and I think it is really counterproductive, and I think it's false bravado and actually an insult to a lot of us. I think it is. Um, Firstly, you guys see the title of the video. The video is called "Drug Dealers Aren't Necessarily or Just Aren't Great Businessmen." Black drug dealers. I'm gonna say this, man. Like there are success stories of black men that have been in business that were successful, that were able to, parlay their drug exploits, if you will, into business empires, owning apartments, real estate, doing a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? Um, but a lot of rappers that we like to look up to, I think we give their drug dealing capabilities way more credit than they really should have. Number one, um, Young Jeezy, Jay Z, these guys, Ti, who was nickel and diamond. I mean, he was just hand to hand. I wasn't no, super, he wasn't big meat, if you will. Now that's a guy who really was moving some major weight, but you see where it got him. And that's really gonna be the gist of this video. We as black people, we always give these drug dealers a lot of credit in the black community and say stuff like, hey man, drug dealers are hustlers. Drug dealers are hustlers. Drug dealers make all the money. Drug dealers got all the hustle in them. That's why the reason what brought this video on. I'm up here listening to some motivational stuff. I like to listen to motivational stuff throughout my day. It's just me. I always try to keep a. I don't know. I think if you listen, like with the advent of YouTube, if you listen to a lot of this stuff that you see people talk about on YouTube, and as far as like Les Brown, uh, I think Earl Nightingale, a lot of these people, Zig Ziglar's a beast. Um, Jim Rohn, that's one of my favorites. I listen to all these people. And there's a video, your YouTube will start playing little clips, just autoplay, right? And it came into this video, and it's a documentary about Jay Z talking about a genius leaves the hood or whatever, right? And although I respect Jay Z, I do, but I think a lot of times I think a lot of it's fake, and I'll get to that in a minute. But in the video that I was listening to, it was a motivational video, and some guy crept in there saying some stupid stuff. Really, I thought was an insult. He said the only difference between Jay Z now and the Jay Z that was selling drugs is that it was illegal before, and now it's wrong, and he still just has the mind of a drug dealer, which he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't Jay Z. If you go back and watch some of his earlier videos, he was riding around in fancy cars, trying to show his chains, and he had gold teeth. Jay Z was a different guy when he was a drug dealer. So I think it's an insult to say that. Number one, I think the guy's evolved tremendously. Listening to that, what was it, 444 album? He's talking about his vulnerabilities to his wife, how he don't want to lose his family. So I respect him for that. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I want to say, man, we got to stop lying to ourselves about these drug dealers, man. Talking about they the best they make the best drug businessmen. That's bullshit, man. They don't. They don't. All you got to do is look at the statistics. How many black people in the black community that try to rap? Damn near, if you ain't trying to play basketball, your ass trying to rap. And out of all these niggas that's trying to rap or sell, and ain't gonna lie, we don't have as many guys selling drugs as they say we do, but we do have enough where we have a concentration of them selling drugs where it is problematic in our community. And I'm sorry, you can count the times on barely one hand of guys that made some sort of career out of rapping that sold drugs. A lot of these young guys I don't keep up with, you know what I'm saying? They might get a little, when I say made a career, I'm not talking about just, sorry about that. And one of the biggest problems I hate this rotate device thing. Damn. Anyway, one of the biggest problems I have with that whole scenario is, let's look at it. I mean, Jay-Z, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, I know I'm going to probably get a lot of hate for this. I think Jay-Z's a fake, like, rap in the sense. He's very fake. I respect him. I do think he is a great businessman. I think he makes a lot of money. I question if he's a billionaire. I really do. I know everybody says the Forbes made him a billionaire, whatever. He's the richest guy. That's been his goal, to be considered the richest in the rap game, to get respect. That's been his goal since the 90s. And I respect him for that, but I question the validity of it. And this is why I would do that. I want you to do some research. Go on YouTube, watch the video with him and Jermaine in the New Jersey Nets. I've listened to many of his interviews where he bragged about his ownership in the Nets. Well, it later came out that was how he was able to, he spearheaded that. That white Russian that owned the team used Jay-Z to get in there. You see what I'm saying? So I question, and if you go back for years, I remember back then, because I remember my people used to be arguing. I know guys that swear by Jay-Z. And they would always brag about how he owns part of the Nets and he's this and he's that. And come to find out the dude owned 1%. So I'm like, okay, so this dude was bragging. He was all on the Forbes list saying he had 1% of the new, he didn't say he had 1%, but having a fraction of a percent of the damn team. And everybody's out here bragging on this guy like he's such a savvy businessman. And in that interview with Jermaine Dupri, he clearly stated, he's like, yeah, it took a lot of money. Like, dude, it cost you about $70,000 to get in that damn team. $80,000. Shit, you getting $50,000, $70,000 a show. That ain't no money for a rapper, the guy that's touring. That's not a lot of money. So when he said that, I was like, when I initially found out that he really wasn't what he said he was, I was like, okay, this dude is fake. Because he sat there and came in the black community bragging about what he's doing. He came in the black community bragging about his exploits, bragging about how much business he has and stuff like that. And then come to find out, he's not able to get it. He's not able to do what he's saying he's doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's the problem I have, is that we don't, and that's what I'm saying. Like we got a lot of guys that are scribed, because I've met, like I promoted concerts. I don't really talk about it because I hated it. I lost money most of the time. A lot of these rappers it ain't shit. You know, so I'm just being real. And these guys, I don't even go into that. But what I'm gonna say is, I would have a lot of guys whenever I would promote my concerts. Guys would call me, trying to, hey man, let me open up. You know, I'm so and so, and these niggas be investing, you know, 40, 50,000, 100,000 into their rap career. I'm like, damn, man, you spending 40, 50,000 dollars in a damn rap career, and for what? You know, you got the guy in DC that just got locked up, or they finna indict for $4 million on a damn rap career, right? And that's the thing. And a lot of these guys use this money to use some sort of fraud, or it's drug money. And I'm sorry, let's look at how many, like, say what you will about white people and their criminal enterprises during the Bugsy Siegel, all those days back in the day, when they were known for having thugs like Bunny and Clyde. That's when when black people weren't considered as criminal as whites. There was a time when it was like that. Let's look at these people. A lot of those people were wound up, it didn't go well for them. But some of them, like the Bush family and the Kennedys and whatever, turned their money into generational wealth. Most of the drug dealers today don't do that. Most of them don't. And in fact, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm from the South. I knew guys, white kids that had money when I was coming up. Their grandfathers used to run moonshine and shit like that. They made a killing doing it. They owned a lot of land and got wealthy doing it. What do we have to show for the damn concentration of drug dealers in our community? That's why when I hear people talk about they're the apex predators, actually, I think they're very inept businessmen. And I think they're lazy businessmen. I think selling drugs and rapping is by far the lazy man's hustle. It just is. You get what I'm saying? And I know that's the insult. I know some of y'all want to be down with the streets and want to, get the streets props. And well, man, no, I can't say that about drug dealers, man. Drug dealers. Yeah, I know so and so. He do this. I know dudes that made money. I ain't gonna go there, but I know a gentleman who made a lot of money selling drugs, and he actually did buy some houses and owned a couple of businesses. Then he got caught coming across state lines at damn near 50 years old with a trunk full of about I don't know how many keys and some guns, and he's already a felon. That's his third strike. I won't see him till I'm in a wheelchair. Oh Lord willing, never in a wheelchair, but when I'm old and gray. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying is, what are we getting back? This investment. What tangible, substantive assets and resources is the black community receiving from this high concentration of black drug dealers? Besides, really, I'm gonna tell you, it has a net drawdown on our whole community. I just think it does. I think you pull. Now talk about this. I think they pull down property value because if you standing out there nickel and diamond, ain't nobody finna buy a house with junkies and crack addicts walking up down the street. I just read an article not too long ago where they said black houses are undervalued greatly, even when they have the same economic indicators that their white counterparts do. They undervalue black houses by 35-40%. You know how much wealth that is? If a house is worth 200, Lord have mercy, these people gonna kill themselves on these bikes. But you know how much wealth that is when you talk about 35-40% of the wealth is undervalued in the black community when it comes to home ownership? And a lot of it might be that some of the economic indicators that people may not take into account is drug dealers standing their ass out there. Because if I pull up, I'm going to tell you right now, I was looking at a house not too long ago, and I was recording a video. I'm recording the video, and I'm riding looking at the house, looking for a house, and I get over there, and it's 40 niggas standing outside in the damn yard. The house was cheap. The numbers, the comps were great. I was like, damn, this is a great opportunity. I'm going to shoot over here. It was the first day I had the MLS. I had jumped on it, ran over there, looked at the house. I said, I ain't buying this shit. There's 40 niggas standing out here, mean mugging. Now are they selling drugs? Who knows? See what I'm saying? But I have a feeling, being that I'm from the hood, chances are one or two of those brothers was enterprising businessmen. Let's put it like that. You see what I'm saying? And my thing is that hurts the community. We don't really receive any net benefits. Then you really pumping the damn prison pipeline full of black men because they going after shit that's flashy. And I see the opportunity in selling drugs. I see it. In 2 weeks, you can go from ashy to classy. I get it. In 2 weeks, you can get everything that it'll take a cat working until he's 35 to get. Go to college, get your education, save your money, pay your debt off, live below your means. Then you can maybe when you're 30, 35, you can get there. And that's not really exciting for a lot of young black people. So the drug dealer seems like a proud thing. And that's why I had a problem with T.I. making a trap museum. That's why I have a problem with trap music being glorified like it does. You get what I'm saying? And I think that's the thing. What pisses me off, that's why I don't even listen to the regular radio no more. See what I'm saying? I listen to regular music now. This is what I listen to. I'm listening to all shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't listen to crazy stuff because I know in my heart, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to glorify that stuff. And me, if I get it, I'm gonna get it for free any damn, but I'm not gonna pay for it. That's just me. If I do pay for something, it's gonna be somebody that I really support. But the thing is, I'm really kind of, I guess, perturbed, if you will, at the level of just outright hypocrisy I see. And a lot of, you know what? When I hear people say, I got in an argument with a guy, he was like, yeah, man, drug dealers make the best businessmen. Me and him got in an argument. I said, man, drug dealers don't make no best business. That's a lie. Man, you crazy, man. Drug dealers this, drug dealers that. I said, dude, drug dealers do not make the best businessmen. Just because you getting out there and you able to hustle up, let me tell you how, it really ain't that damn hard to sell something to a motherfucker that's addicted to it. I ain't trying to be, I'm just saying, the product moves itself. You don't have to really be a marketer. You don't have to have marketing skills. And chances are, you're going to probably get a felony Eventually, the chances of you selling drugs successfully and really being able to really make a life out of it, for every nigga I know that never got caught, I know about 100 niggas that got caught. I'm dead serious. From where I'm from, I can count on one hand the niggas I know that really sold dope that didn't get caught up in it some kind of way. Most dudes I know that sold dope got caught. Most dudes I know that had the courage to get out there and try to sell and nickel and dime got caught up. My homeboys got caught up in the 8th grade selling dope, and they weren't making but about $50, $60 a week. I'm dead serious, just selling rocks. You know what I'm saying? So they can go buy some clothes, wear some nice shoes or some shit. That's what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them, because at least they didn't really get a felony and they were able to join the military, most of them. But I'm just saying, I've seen that. We all know guys that will sell dope, make $100, $200 a week selling dope, maybe 1,000. You really doing it, you make 1,000. You know, back when I was coming up. Now I don't know about now. I don't sell dope, so I don't know. But back in the late 80s, early 90s, if you made $1,000 selling dope, you was a big shot in Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I ain't talking about the real cats that was moving like keys, and I know those guys too, but I'm talking about just the average foot soldier, drug dealer. You can pull 1,000 a week, which I know that's all. We make that in a day. Okay, fine. I don't have a PhD in selling drugs. Forgive me. But the point I want to make is, man, let's stop telling these myths, these lies. Drug dealers make the best businessmen. They don't. Okay? I think the black people that make the best businessmen are the people that persevere. Actually, I'm gonna say this, and it's just been I actually think statistically, just from my own observation, I think the best businessmen I've ever met have been football players. I don't know what it is about football players. Basketball players, not so much, because a lot of basketball players are assholes. They just are. Like, if you're a real good basketball player, you probably gonna be an asshole. You just will. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna think you the shit. That's how it is. Football players, they're more humble, down to earth. Those are the guys that I've noticed that tend to make better businessmen because they have better social skills. A lot of times, football players that weren't the best students, but they weren't like D and F students. They were like C students. C student football players that have great social skills are very successful in business. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And some basketball players. I mean, I will admit that. But that's what I'm saying. I think, you know why? Because sports teaches you, number one, like in football, you have to learn to rely on others. So it's not hard for a football player to say, hey, I got to build my team. I got to get a good, and that's a major